Guys, what is going on? Mike Cesarone here, back with another market update. And we're basically just going to cover a very quick 5 to 10 minute video on the price action of BTC, Ethereum, Litecoin, and a couple of other projects as well. And also talk about why TRX may have taken that big drop, even with the mainnet launch coming up, because I know a lot of people are holding bags of TRX right now, and they're not quite sure what to do at this point, being that the mainnet launch is only, what, 6 days away? Something like that, 6 or 7 days away. So we're in a tough situation right now. But this is the question that you have to ask yourself, guys. You have to ask yourself, do you think that Bitcoin is going to go back up to $10,000 by next month, or the month after, or by the end of the year? Do you think Bitcoin is going to go back up to those all-time highs of $20,000? You have to ask yourself those questions when you are investing, because that's very important, and you have to stick by that as well. You know, a lot of fear and doubt is happening right now because of these price drops. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to be going down to $2,000 or $1,000. All I'm trying to say is you really have to think about where your beliefs are in cryptocurrency and where you think the price is ultimately going to go. And I see we got one watching. Thank you very much for jumping in. If there's any questions I can help you with, please throw it down in the comment box, and thank you for coming in. So last night we obviously had a very big drop. I mean, all day yesterday, right? We saw a sea of red, and we're continuing to see a sea of red today. Now, these are my supports and these are my resistances here. We have another support down here at 76.83. Now, for some reason during this drop, we have been hitting every single one of my supports once one support has been broken. So as you can see here, we had broke that 81.38 and went straight down to the 79.78, 79.80 area. And if we zoom in close, we did have a bounce. As this was trading live, we were bouncing up and down. This wick was continuing to knock on the door of this support. And the next candle we got a little bit of a turnaround, some buying momentum, because there is some buyers out there who will place orders at all these supports, hoping that that is going to be their bottom, right? So that's where you see this little bit of volume come from, but there just was not enough volume to come in to actually turn around the market. So we ended up just continuing going down. We broke this current support at 79.80. And we kind of just free-falled from there because we have very little support. And at this point, the only support that I see from here, guys, is 76.91 to 7,700. So, again, I can't stress enough. You know, you really got to learn how to make money on both sides of the spectrum if you want to be involved as a day trader. If you're involved as a long-term investor, you have to sit back and ask yourself the question right now, where you really think the price is going to be deep down by all the analysis you do, by all the news you read. I'm not talking about CNBC. I'm not talking about network television news. I'm talking about the news within the blockchain and the news within this community. The big bankers and the big money do not want to see this succeed. They're going to have to learn to adapt. But at the end of the day, they're not going to say too many good things about it. If you notice on the news, on CNBC, on CNN, Fast Money, the only time they really talk about Bitcoin is if it's going down. Oh, we saw a big 6% decrease in Bitcoin today. What's happening with the future of Bitcoin? But you never hear ever. And I watch MSNBC every day, but you never hear, hey, Bitcoin's back up to 10,000 today. So they're covering a lot of the FUD, which news usually does. So that's why I'm kind of trying to tell you to find your news sources within the blockchain that throw value out there that is valid. and that you can agree with. Because I certainly fully 100% believe that maybe not by the end of this month, you know, but definitely in the next couple of months, we're going to dig ourselves out of this hole, and we're going to crack $95,000 to $10,000, and we're going to start a little rally. Now, guys, unfortunately, now old supports turns into new resistances, and I stress that all the time on this channel. So obviously now what we have here is we have a lot of resistance to get through in order to kind of climb out of this mess, right? So we can see we wicked up here. We didn't quite get back up to that resistance, but we could move our way back up, get rejected, and then just keep moving back down to the support area. You know, RSI is curling up, which is a good sign, but I believe that's only just because of the little bit of volume that's coming in. So be very cautious with BTC, guys. Be very cautious. Trade wisely, and if you are trading with leverage, you know, I suggest you do a very low leverage, because the market is very shaky right now, and the price could go wherever. You know, all that it's going to take is one of these supports to get reached, and we could see a huge influx of volume come into the market to see an absolute reversal. And that's exactly what happened right here. You know, small example, but it happened. We saw some volume come in, and we saw continuation in that volume, and we saw a little rally. Same thing with here. Every time we jump down to these supports, you know, these big money buyers, they have their orders set at these supports. You know, they're not stupid. They want to capitalize on the bottom. And to me, there is no bottom. You can't find the bottom. And I'm not even going to get into that. So you got to ask yourself, guys, the question of whether or not you believe in cryptocurrency long term, and what you want to do as far as your positions in your portfolio. Now, there's not too many coins to go over today, because obviously we're in a sea of green. I mean, a sea of red. You know, let's talk about TRX real quick, because I know a lot of people have been wanting me to talk about TRX. As you can see, I'm down $226 from a position that I had made. You know, I had tried to take advantage of a bounce. See, we were forming a beautiful bear flag, bull flag situation pattern, right? But again, as I said, old support turns into new resistance. So we had this nice support here that we were bouncing off of once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. And when BTC took that dump, we just shredded right through that support. And we tried to rally back up. We tried to rally back up into this trading area where we could have, you know, that validation of support, but it just could not make it through. It got rejected. You can see this wick here. It got rejected at this new resistance now. So overall, where do I think the price of Tron is going to go? I hope that it continues to go to an upwards momentum, but it is going to follow the price of Bitcoin. And there's no doubt about that. That is the game. That is how it works. I've said that over and over. You know, you guys have to understand that. Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of messages. You guys have to understand that when Bitcoin goes down, it's going to drag all the other altcoins down with it. So there's 2 ways to look at this right now, right? And I'm going to end it on this, because I want to do another live stream tonight, and I also am going to pump out a very, very nice video about those mainnet launches. I know I keep trying to get it done. I'm working with my team right now to try to get an edited video put together to kind of put out the best quality I can for you guys. And there's also a couple other things that we're working on each and every day. I mean, the hustle does not stop. And that's what I love about this business, is that there's so many opportunities. You know, I tell one of my mentors all the time, you know, I plant seeds as I go along, and every single time one of those trees blossom, there's opportunities to pick off those branches. So in life, you know, you have to go along and just keep planting those seeds. And one day, one of those trees is going to bloom, and you're going to have great opportunities to pick from. So I know I got way off topic. It's just, you know, obviously we're all a little bit frustrated right now with this drop, but you have to learn to adapt with it. So TRX, I mean, it's going to coincide with BTC. It's going to try to do a little bit more move 5 EMA. We smoked right through the 15 EMA. I'm sorry, let's take a look at the 4 hour. I believe we're bouncing off, correct. So we're bouncing off the 55 EMA, which is a very good sign. So for all you Tron holders, pull up your 4 hour chart on TradingView, pull up your 55 EMA, and use this as a support. Because obviously we bounced right off, we got a nice rejection candle, and maybe we can find some momentum to dig ourselves out of this hole. But as of right now, it is what it is, and we are where we are. You have to ask yourself in the long term, where do you 19 going into the 20s? Then take advantage of these drops. Take advantage of every single drop that you see in the market. All these altcoins drop with it. If you believe in a certain project, like I believe in Zilliqa, I believe in EOS. Let's take a look at how much. So we got EOS sitting at $11 right now, down 11%. Now for me, EOS is a long-term hold, and it is a project that could overpass Ethereum's market cap by the end of the year or by the end of 2019. And that's a very strong possibility. EOS is doing very big things over there. We got NEO sitting at $55. And I keep saying NEO just is, it continues to confuse me because it's such a great project, but just because one of their nodes failed in one of their launches, you know, it hurt the name of the company. It hurt the stock, the coin. And let's take a look at Zilliqa. Zilliqa's down 10% today. Guys, that's a lot. Zilliqa's down 10%, but that's something that you can take advantage of. Again, if you think that these things are going to turn around with conviction, buy these dips. And I'm not saying throw all your money into it. You know, if you're tethered into something right now, good for you. But there's nothing wrong with slowly starting to put positions in at every support we hit. And that's about all I got for today, guys. You know, I just wanted to do a quick morning update. I want to say thank you to my whole team. You guys know who you are. We're gonna do really good things this year, and you know, we're gonna start rearranging the studio a little bit. We're gonna start putting a lot of work into this channel. My last video got over, I mean, almost 200 views, which is just incredible. Thank you guys for the support. I know I didn't expect much people to be in this live stream right now. It's 11:15, you know, on a Wednesday. Everybody's working, and I totally understand that. So I am going to go live again tonight. I have to coach my son's baseball game, and I will be back around 8 o'clock to do another live stream. But throughout the day today, we are going to release a video, or try to release a video once it is completed, about the mainnet launches. And there's also another couple of things that we have, you know, for the community of, we're not sure really what we're going to go with the name. We're not, again, this is a work in progress. So you guys just keep watching. Thank you for the support. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you find value in this video. And again, you know, just sit back and think about where you really think the market's going to be in the next couple of months, and make your investments based on that. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are the best, really, honestly. I wish I would have done this a lot sooner. This community is just amazing. And you guys have a great day, and happy trading to all, and be safe.